Hello, my name is Tori, and this is a intro video that's going to go ahead of all my videos for the foreseeable future till there's a change in the US government. A lot of my videos are pre-filmed, and because they're pre-filmed, I'm now in a predicament because Black lives do matter, and I do not want to belittle that movement in any shape, way, or form. If you believe that all lives matter and do not fully comprehend what the Black Lives Matter movement means, please unfollow me and go educate yourself. I don't want to post these videos as a distraction for people who are still racist or even simply white people that, just like myself, need to educate ourselves from the inherent racism that we've caused oppressing people of color. I don't want this video to be a distraction for those people. I film my videos mostly for myself and for accountability for makeup. And if one of you dare say that I have no right to talk about this because I am a makeup channel, joke's on you. I live in America, I have rights, I have freedom of speech. So, once again, that pisses you off, adi fucking os. Okay, and yes, I'm cussing because this is a topic I feel strongly on. These videos I'm still posting, not only for myself, but those people that at night should be listening to something else besides just reading news on Twitter. Because I know Twitter is our only real news source right now where we're actually seeing the messed up shit that police are doing. The news is failing us in not portraying everything because it's owned by big companies. And that's coming from a journalist. I've been doing my part. I've been signing petitions. I've already donated to a lot more local GoFundMes because the town next to me was looted by a white man and blamed on the people of color in the city. And they wrecked small businesses. And by they wrecked, I mean the white people wrecked small businesses on purpose to belittle this movement. So to say that I feel passionately on this topic is a small word. And mostly everyone that follows me is from the US. I know a lot of you are older than me. I hope you're registered to vote. Just use your voice in a positive way. Please. This is what the world needs right now. I just felt the need to put a little prefix in front of whatever video you see after this because I do not want to belittle the movement in any shape or way. Not at all. I haven't been posting much on my makeup account because now's not the time to promote myself. So now that everything is said, enjoy the video. Well, not enjoy. I hope you're using it as stress relief at the end of the night to help calm some anxiety and go to sleep to then get up the next day and be productive in the movement. Leave a comment down below if you remember when I used to film in this room, because I only film in this room when it's summertime because in my room is so hot I can't take it anymore. Welcome back, welcome to my channel. My name is Tori, and today I have an update for the A to Z Project Pan. My cat is, the new cat, the kitten, is this close to just hitting the tripod. So if it does happen, yep, it's gonna happen. So this is a fantastic ladies collab. This started on the 1st of the year and will end December 31st, 2020. This corresponds to the letters of the English alphabet, and let's just jump into it. I have one goal hit and one empty, so we'll just talk about it. So I hit goal on my letter for E, and that was from the Urban Decay John Basquiat Gold Grape palette, the shade Enigma. My goal was to hit pan, and I did that. There you go. This was completed on the 3rd of May. Yeah, I find it ironic that all of the shades that have pan in this palette, they all have pan in the same spot. I don't know why that is. I didn't do it on purpose. But I am happy that this one is done. Well, the goal was hit on this one because there's a lot of cream shadows that I want to focus on this year. And I picked a lot of hardly pressed ones without really, you know, thinking and strategizing about it. So happy that this is completed, so this can go away for a little bit. This next one, I'm so happy I finally finished it. Enigma just needed to be used. It's been used one time since the last update, and that's how much uses it needed to hit my goal. So that was great. Now this next one, I'm so happy it's finally done, because I said in the last month, in the previous month, that I really wanted this shadow done, and I was just not getting it done. Sorry if that last part was out of focus, you know, learning. But anyway, okay, I had Brija Cosmetic Shadow, Know It, Don't Blow It, and that is now completely done. I've used all of it. It was a really pretty neon purple, and this was finally finished on the 22nd of May. It just started going off. It's a natural product, so it just started going off a little bit. So yeah, I'm happy that this is finally done, because this was natural and it was starting to go off a little bit. And I finished it up in the perfect timing. I've been loving playing with color. Today is one of like the only days that I'm wearing pink that's not for a specific Instagram look. If you know, you know. But yeah, so happy that this is finally done. I don't know. It's sad that this company is no longer in existence, but I do really enjoy all the shadows I still have. So now everything that's remaining. So as always, we got D. This is the Limecrime Drew lip liner. This is what it's currently looking like. Since the last update, I've only used it once. I'm focusing on a lighter lip liner, and it's like this tiny now, so that one probably has like maybe 5 more uses, maybe. So once that one's finished, this is the one I'm going to next. I can wear this lip liner with pretty much anything I normally wear. I don't wear too many light lipsticks besides the one that's in this project, so I'm not too worried about this. Its time to shine will be soon, so that's gonna be nice. The cat's sitting in a cat bed that's like right behind the camera, and she has fuzz in her mouth from the cat bed. And if you're wondering what cat, it's the kitten Rosebud. My cat's being good and sleeping up there because she's an angel, but she's also an Aries, so sometimes she has her moments. Anyway, the next one's F, and it comes from my Tarte Pro palette, the shade Fierce. I really need to start reaching for this more. It should be easy for me to reach for because I use this palette every single day as a mirror. So I stare at this shade every single day. My mother asked me the other day when she was watching me cake my face, she goes, "Is that palette empty? Like, are you just using an empty palette as a mirror?" And I was like, no, there's one shadow in it. Just the one. Since the last update, I haven't used Fierce. So yeah, I really need to maybe pair it with some like purple looks, pair it with Untamed that's in this project. I just need to reach for it. Yeah, because this one, it's right out in front of me all the time, so I definitely need to touch it. Next, I have a shade from the Urban Decay Naked palette, and that is the shade Hustle. My goal with Hustle is to hit pan, and I am focusing on like the bottom part. Since the last update, I've used Hustle 3 times. I am trying to remember to reach for this palette more. In the past week and a half, I haven't really touched this palette, so I definitely need to put it down in front of me because this one's gonna take a while to hit a lot of the goals I have in this palette as a whole. So progress, but it's not there yet. Definitely needs more love, but hopefully it will be easier because I am focusing on that corner and I've been tending to use it with a shader brush. So hopefully that happens in like 3 months, you know? This next one, I was trying to... Okay, I said I wasn't gonna focus on this. This is the Jordana Chromatic Peach Lip Gloss, but then I realized just how much lip gloss I've accumulated over the past 3 months, and I was like, well, crap. I really wanna finish this because it's definitely one of my older lip glosses. It does have nice gaping. There's not that much left in there. Since the last update, I've used it 8 times, but it's definitely going to need more than 8 uses to be finished. But I think this is definitely something that now I'm going to start completely focusing on. I said I wasn't going to focus on it and just have fun with it, but I think I am going to focus on it because I did not realize how much lip gloss I had. And I'm shocked. Next, we have for L, the LA Colors matte liquid lip in Vixen. This is what it looks like. I don't think there's any gaping in this lipstick, sorry. Still smells like vanilla, which is what we want here, but I've only used it once since the last update. I have been rotating my lipsticks, so they're getting use, but they're not getting the ample amount of use they would have got if I was focusing on it. So this one's just not being used at the moment. Next we have the Kendo Vegan Beauty Palette. This is Pastel Gaff. I'm focusing on the shade Meow. My goal is to hit pan. Since the last update, I've used Meow twice. Yeah, I've been trying to do more creative looks for Instagram. I started a little Instagram series of doing eye looks based off of like the color stories of Disney female lead characters, princesses and non-princesses. The first one I did was Megara. The second one I did, which hopefully is out by the time I talk about this, is Rapunzel. So I've been trying to reach for, especially Meow since it is in this project, and colors similar to this during that, which has helped, but I definitely do need to keep up the use on this because this is an older palette and I need to focus on my older ones instead of playing with my newer ones, which I've noticed I've been doing a lot, so I need to fix that. This next one, I was such on a kick to use it and then I forgot about it. It just slipped my mind. This is for the Subculture palette. We're gonna talk about New Wave. My palette is rearranged, so this is the shade New Wave. It does still have pan in the corner, but my goal is to completely finish it. So obviously, yeah, that's easier to hold it. Obviously that's going to be, you know, difficult. Since the last update, I've only used it twice. When I really focus on New Wave, how I tend to use it is I pair it with neutral looks, and I will add it as like a pop of color, pretty much pop effect in my, like, not my inner corner, but like my inner crease, and I really enjoy it like that, but then I just stopped doing it. So I definitely need to start doing that again because I really enjoy doing that, so I definitely need to do it again because sometimes when I do looks with that as like as a pop of color in the inner corner, those looks turn out really sexy, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I really enjoy it, really sultry, really like how I feel sexy. Like, that didn't make sense, but pretend it did. Yeah, do need to do that more, but I'm not too disappointed in myself. The past week and a half I've been really focusing on my pan that palette. Like, even today I did pull in some colors from my Shop My Stash, but like I made sure I reached for my pan that palette shades first, which is something that I do want to focus on for this upcoming month. So I'm not too mad at myself, but like I could pull in New Wave here and there. Like, I just gotta remember that options do exist, but you also need to, like, I also need to just stay focused. But remember, it's okay to pull eyeshadow from a different project once in a while. Yeah, I'm just trying to get back on my game for eyeshadows. I feel like I'm off my game for eyeshadows. Next, I have one that really close, but then once again I stopped touching it. This is the ABH Moonchild. Nope, this is Aurora. I don't even own Moonchild. I've never done that slip up before. I'm focusing on the shade Orion. My goal with Orion is to hit pan. It has a nice big dip. I did use it 4 times since the last update. It definitely took more use than I thought. I forgot that when you use these as eyeshadows, yes, you use more product, but I'm also not as heavy-handed with these when I use them as eyeshadows. I could have hit pan if I used it like 3 more times, but I forgot. There is some blue looks I want to do coming up because I have some blues in my Shop My Stash at the moment. So I know I'll reach for this again, but it just didn't happen in time for this update, but that's okay. This next one, I kind of forgot about. Even I forgot about it when I was bringing all my products into this room, and that's the Lorac Mega Pro 4. In this project, I'm focusing on the shade Plum. My goal is to completely finish Plum, but I haven't touched it since the last update. So I am focusing on Misty Mauve is in my 101, and then Mahogany and Spice are in my 50 Shades of Pink project pan. So I do have this palette in projects, but it's just, I've said this before, this palette is not cohesive enough for me, so I forget about it. So I definitely need to
keep this out in front of me because even if I don't wear these shades on my like lid, these shades can just provide like a effect in my lower lash line with a shader brush. So that's what I tend to do with shades that are dark and that I don't necessarily like. I'm not really in the mood for grungy tones, if you can't tell. So shades like this I would wear in my lower lash line, so that's something I need to start doing again. But I forget about my lower lash line nowadays. It's really, today I remembered I put on some red eyeshadow, but normally I have been forgetting, and that's not the norm. Next, I have the Too Faced Natural Matte Palette. In this palette, I'm focusing on the shade Risque. So my goal with Risque is to hit pan. So I am focusing on this outer corner right here. Since the last update, I've only used Risque twice. I do need to pull this palette out more because I do need to focus on this cream shade in Heaven. So I know it will get more use, but at the moment it just has minimal use, and that's okay. The cat keeps doing laps around me. I forgot another product. I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna pop up the photos and not get the product because I'm already sweating and this room's the coldest room in the house. The next item is my Urban Decay eyeliner in Rockstar. I've been using Rockstar a lot. I'm wearing it today on my upper lash line and in my waterline. Since the last update, I've used Rockstar 7 times. It's still pretty much the same size, but I am getting a lot of use out of it, so I'm not too worried about that. Next, I have my Pixi and Aspen Ovard Santorini Sunset highlighter. This is what it's currently looking like. My goal is to use half, so from here to here. Since the last update, I've used it 10 times, so that is nice. Yeah, I've been using this pretty much consistently as always. I always rotate out my highlighter, so I'm not too concerned with this one. But I do just have to be careful because the sides are trying to lift and break off. Next, I have my first usage goal, and that is with the Tarte Captivating Blush. This is what it's currently looking like. The imprint's still there, but it's going down just a little bit. My goal with this is to use it 50 times. Since the last update, I've used it 6 times, so I have 32 uses left. That's not bad at all. I do have to sometimes stop myself from using this blush because I'm trying to completely pan 2 other blushes, so its time will come, but I'm trying to savor every moment. Next, I have another shade from my Subculture palette, and that is the shade Untamed. Untamed also has a usage goal of 50. Rosy also has a usage goal of 50. Since the last update, I've used it once. It still has 40 uses left to go. I do need to start pulling this out and getting creative with this. So this palette and the Lorac palette honestly should just be left on my desk at all times, but I still forget. I just realized that I am completely Miss G, and that was the Fenty Griselda lipstick. Since the last update, I've used Griselda only once. I have moved her to like my desk area to try to use more, but it's just I'm not in the mood for, you know, grungy berry lips besides today because I feel like this lip paired with pink is always pretty. Next is from the Urban Decay Naked palette, and this is the shade Virgin. So my goal with Virgin is to use half. I'm still trying to focus on side pan up here, and since the last update I've only used it once. It's got some use, but not that much. So I definitely need to remember about this because Virgin is very hardly pressed. Next, I have my Brija Cosmetic shadow in Woogity Woogity Woogity. This is pretty much a like powder sea siren pretty much. Since the last update, I've used Woogity twice. Yeah, I'm trying to focus on my sea siren more than this at the moment because my sea siren's gonna dry up soon. So not too concerned with that one. Next, I have the Urban Decay lipstick in Exhibition. This is what it's currently looking like. Since the last update, I have used it twice, but not enough to finish it. So I do need to try to reach for it, you know, like 3 to 4 times instead of just 2, but some is better than none. This next one also has 50 uses, and from the Naked Cherry palette, I have the shade Young Love. Since the last update, I've used Young Love once, and it still needs 43 uses to go. At the moment, this is currently out of my rotation, so I'm not too mad about me not really using it, but this is something that definitely will go back into my rotation probably in like August. I know that I love this more in the fall and winter, so right now it's just not, it's not in season for me. And the last item comes from my Laura Geller Life Glows On palette, and the shade in this project is French Fizz. My goal with French Fizz is to hit pan. Well, this is what it's currently looking like. I have no idea how I'm gonna try to hit pan, but I'm pretty much just getting even usage, so that's okay. Since the last update, French Fizz has only been used 3 times. I've not really been in a gold mood, so I can't really fault myself for that, but it has amazing usage, so that's okay. So yeah, that is how my A to Z project is currently looking. For this next month, I would like to finish the Chromatic Peach lip gloss, but also just get more use on the eyeshadows. Maybe hit pan and Orion. I'm not gonna force myself to wear blue if I don't want to, but if I do wear blue, I best be using Orion. So yeah, this is how this update is going for me. I just need a little bit more use on eyeshadows and just rotate them out better so I feel satisfied. But that's pretty much it. So yeah, if you enjoy me and you enjoy project panning, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and all that jazz. And peace out, Girl Scout.